Roll up, ladies and gentlemen, and prepare to bear witness to the marvellous magnificence which is the latest Virtual Stadium Tours video. Please remember to keep your hands and fingers off of the screen at all times to avoid impairing your viewing pleasure. Thank you very much for watching.
And so today we are going to be taking a look around the Rogers Centre. This arena is situated in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and it is home to the Toronto Blue Jays of Major League Baseball, of the MLB, so of course the baseball side. And as always for you, the first fact I have about this arena is its overall capacity. And like many arenas of this sort across the world, it has a couple of different capacities depending on what's actually taking place in the arena. For instance, if there's a baseball match taking place in the arena, the overall capacity is up to around 49,500, whereas if there's American or Canadian football taking place in the arena, the capacity is around 54,000. If there's soccer taking place in the arena at any given time, a soccer match, the capacity is around 47,500. If there's a basketball match taking place in the arena, the capacity can be between anything of 22 to 29,000. And finally, if there's a music concert or a dance concert or even a stand-up comedian having a concert in this arena, its overall capacity can range anything from 10,000 to 55,000. So it seems to be quite an adaptable arena, this, suitable for many different sports, many different events, and that comes along with having many different overall capacities. Obviously, it depends on each situation, what the health and safety restrictions are, what you can do and can't do with certain things in the arena. So that might be why it varies so much from sport to sport. So now let's move on and talk about the naming of this arena. When it was opened in 1989, it was originally named the Sky Dome. However, in 2005, Rogers Communications purchased the naming rights for the arena and renamed it to the Rogers Centre. And the Rogers Communications Group, actually, they also own the Toronto Blue Jays, the Major League Baseball side, which play in this arena. So now they own the naming rights to the arena and the team that plays there. So obviously, when you go and see Blue Jays games take place in this arena, there will be Rogers Communications advertising absolutely everywhere for you. So now let's move on and talk about the construction of this stadium. And it's actually situated right next to the CN Tower, which is also, of course, in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And it was started construction in October 1986, was obviously opened in June 1989, so it took around 2.5 years to build this arena at a cost of 570 million Canadian dollars, which in today's money is close to $1 billion Canadian dollars. So it cost quite a lot to build this arena as well, and I think that also factors into how adaptable this stadium is depending on what's taking place here. However, the cost of the stadium was actually far larger than it was initially meant to be. When it was first being proposed, this arena, the initial cost was set at 150 million Canadian dollars, instead of 570 that it actually came to in the end. And that was set to be financed partly by the two levels of the Canadian government that were in the area, which were each going to put around 30 million Canadian dollars in each. Canada's three main breweries and the Toronto Blue Jays themselves were each going to pay 5 million Canadian dollars to help funding the building of the arena. And then another 26 other separate Canadian corporations, mostly selected by invitation, so sought out to put the money in for this arena, also were set to contribute 5 million Canadian dollars each for the building of this arena. And they were each set to have their own sort of special perks and different things that they were going to get around the stadium, whether it be advertising or certain VIP boxes that they would be able to rent out each year to try and get some of their money back. But they were all given different perks and incentives into trying to help the funding of this arena. Anyway, so all of this was done to try and finance the stadium on the initial estimate that was set at 150 million Canadian dollars to get it built. Obviously, there was huge inflation in the prices and it cost a lot more in the end to get it built, and there's a whole list of financial problems that various companies went through when trying to get this stadium built. You know, companies went into debt, different new companies, contractors came in to try and help the building of the stadium. It's a whole thing. I suggest if you're interested in it, you go and read into it, because there's a lot of detail here that I could never get through in this short video. So anyway, putting that behind us, let's just move on now and talk about some of the major things around the arena, some of the major sort of landmarks that the arena holds. And firstly, it's that this arena has a fully retractable motorized roof as well. So that's kind of interesting, that the roof can be fully out, fully put back, depending on what the weather is, depending on what's taking place in the arena. They can fully customize how much of it is covered by the roof. As well as that, there's also a 348-room hotel attached onto the side of this arena, with 70 rooms overlooking the field. So the hotel goes right into the heart of the stadium, 70 rooms actually looking over whatever's taking place in the arena. So I'm sure those rooms go for a lot of money depending on what's actually happening in the arena at any given time. So now let's move on and talk about some of the major events that have taken place in this arena. Starting with baseball, and the 1992 and 1993 World Series games were played at this arena, known as the Sky Dome at the time, as well as the 2009 World Baseball Classic was played in this arena. For basketball, between 1995 and 1999, while the Air Canada Centre was being rebuilt, I've done a video on that, please go and search it out, the Toronto Raptors of the NBA actually played their games in this arena while their stadium was being rebuilt. So between those years, for those 4 years, there was actually basketball games regularly taking place in this arena, at which it was the overall capacity of that time was around 23 to 29,000. This arena was actually also selected to host a series of American football matches between 2007 and 2009, when the Buffalo Bills actually announced that they were going to play 5 of their home games and 3 preseason American football games in this arena. So beginning the Bills-Toronto series, which is why when you have a look at the video itself, a lot of the billboards will have something along the lines of the Bills in Canada or the Bills in Toronto up on the big screens there. So anyway, let's move on now and talk about a couple of the soccer matches which have taken place in this arena. In 2005, there was an international soccer match between Serbia and Italy which took place here, which ended in a 1-1 draw. And in 2010, there was a friendly match between Manchester United of England and Celtic of Scotland which took place in the arena, which ended in a 3-1 victory for Manchester United. So let's move out of professional sports slightly and into more entertainment type things, and wrestling. The WWE actually turned up in this arena, which hosted WrestleMania 6 and WrestleMania 18, as well as this arena having the record for the largest live crowd involved in a Raw taping, and that took place in February 1999. And moving completely out of sport now and into entertainment, this stadium has also hosted several big music acts in terms of having concerts in this arena, from the likes of Bruce Springsteen to U2 to Bon Jovi to the Rolling Stones, and more recently to Madonna and Swedish House Mafia. They've all had giant concerts in this arena, and they've pretty much all sold out, with the overall capacity for most of those being between 10 to 25,000 people being in the arena. Anyway, that's all from me this time. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching this Virtual Stadium Tours video. If you enjoyed it and would like to see every new video this channel uploads as soon as it uploads them to the interwebs, why don't you press the subscribe button down below this video right now. Goodbye.